Hey, my pretties, it's the Lion Queen here. So, welcome to episode 215 of Shadows and Pretties. Now that we know that Halloween is coming up very soon, so I am gonna decide, what better way to do some Halloween specials. So, today I am going to be doing a well, Peanuts cartoon special, also known as the Charlie Brown special, called It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. This one came out in 1966, so it's a very old cartoon. So we should get started with this. Yeah, let's get started with this. So this is a special that is a Peanuts special. So yeah. Anyways, I think we should get started with this. So anyways, let's begin with this. I'm gonna be spoiling, a bit of it in case if you all have not seen this special in a long time or anything. So yeah, especially for those who have not seen it. So for those who don't want any spoilers, I recommend you click off this video if you haven't. So let's get started. So as Halloween approaches, we have two characters named Linus and Lucy Van Pellet, who go out to the local pumpkin patch to find a pumpkin until Lucy selects the largest they can find, and after she makes Linus carry it back to the house. He becomes upset when Lucy starts cutting it to make a jack-o'-lantern. So later, Snoopy helps Charlie Brown finish raking the pile of leaves, and as Linus jumps out of the heap with a huge lollipop, resulting in the leaves sticking to his face and the lollipop. So when Lucy incites Charlie Brown to kick her football by showing him a sign of signed agreement, but then he pulls it away as usual, before pointing out the agreement never got notarized. Linus is then writing his yearly letter to the Great Pumpkin, but as he does so, he suffers from Snoopy's laughter. But as Lucy frets, Violet claims that he's wasting his time, and then Charlie Brown's initial disbelief in him, and later outraged that later drags Sally, his little sister, into it. The only one who is because he's so smitten with him supports him. So when Lucy and Linus Follows go outside the mail letter together, refusing to even help him though, leaving him to use his blanket to open the mailbox and let the letter float in. So Charlie then shows up and announced that he was invited to a Halloween party hosted by Violet. Lucy gets skeptical about this invitation, assuming that it was sent by mistake. So on Halloween night, the group goes trick-or-treating, which everyone wears a costume, as most dressed up as ghosts with simple white sheets costumes, as Charlie Brown has trouble with the scissors, leaving his costume full of holes, Pigpen's trademark dust cloud that makes him very easy to identify. Lucy then dresses as a witch, claiming it represents the opposite of her real personality, and along the way they stop at the pumpkin patch to jeer at Linus for missing the festivals as usual. Undeteriorated, Linus persuades Sally into, due to her infatuation with him, to skip trick-or-treating and join him. So as the trick-or-treats groups receive various sweets and some money, except for Charlie Brown, who's given nothing but rocks, after going back to the pumpkin patch to tease Linus and Sally again, they go to Violet's Halloween party, and the girls ask Charlie Brown to serve as their model. Intentionally to his delight, and then the embarrassment, they use the back of his head as a canvas potential jack-o'-lantern designs. So meanwhile, Snoopy was wearing his Flying Ace costume that, people wore during World War I, climbs aboard his doghouse, and imagine it as a plane, and after taking a fierce battle by an unseen Red Baron, Snoopy then makes his way over to the countryside to crash into the Halloween party. Making into an apple-bobbing tank, he accidentally kisses Lucy when she picks up the apple. Discussing her, he is entirely entertained by the Scrooge's playing of World War I tunes before his piano leaving. Linus and Sally are then still in the pumpkin patch when Linus sees a mysterious shadow figure, which turns out to be Snoopy, rising from the moonlight patch. So Linus then mistakes Snoopy for the Great Pumpkin, and he faints. So while Linus wakes up, Sally furiously yells at him for making her miss Halloween festivals. And even as Charlie and the others had to come to take her home, and as they leave Linus, she still admit it to the Great Pumpkin, and it will materialize and promises to put a good word for them if it ever comes down to it. Then they panics after realizing what he said it was instead of when. So at 4 a.m., Lucy wakes up to find out that Linus is not in bed and then goes out. When she finds her brother at the pumpkin patch, covered by a sheet, shivering and half asleep, she leads him to the house and takes off his shoes, then puts him to bed. So, next morning, Charlie Brown and Linus lean against a brick wall and commiserates, of course, about the previous night. Charlie Brown attempts to console Linus by explaining that he has done so many stupid things too, but hearing that Linus snaps and all, he vows to the Great Pumpkin will come to the pumpkin patch next year. So Charlie Brown dejectfully listens to Linus ranting while the credits roll, and thus that the movie ends. So this is actually a pretty good story for what it is, regarding with the whole movie of its own self, like this special involving the Snoopy characters, which is awesome. So it used to be, aired on, TV specials every now and then. And eventually it does get released on VHS and DVD. But however, though, unfortunately, this special is not being aired on TV anymore. I don't know why, but there's something about it that really kind of changes it. I don't really know what it is, but if somebody wants to let me know what it is in the comments below, they are feel free to do so. So I guess with that being the case and that being said, this is actually a really good special. I really liked this as a kid. I'm sure a lot of you guys who grew up with, the Peanuts cartoon will most likely have remembered seeing this when you were kids. So yeah. Anyways, I guess with that being said, this story is pretty good. I mean, the animation was really well done and drawn, especially something that made in the 60s. And I really do have to say, it's a really good special. I remember watching this as a kid back when it was on TV and all, but, that was when I was younger. But the whole thing, when I have to say about this story, was it's honestly a really awesome concept for it. Like, I like the animation, I like the plot, the voice acting did pretty good as well as the characters and etc. It's flat out amazing. I definitely gotta say, it's a really fun special. I recommend you guys check it out if you haven't. So, I guess with that being said, with that being the case, I recommend you check out this special if you haven't. It's on YouTube, I do know for a fact, so you guys can go and check it out if you haven't. But like I'm saying before, this is just simply my own personal opinion on this special. If you happen to disagree with me, that's perfectly fine too. Now, I really gotta say that I never really reviewed anything from the Peanuts, related stuff, but now there's this episode really finally does it. So, yeah, I will be doing the other specials of Charlie Brown in the future, so be sure you're ready for that. So, I mean, I recommend watching this if you haven't, and if you have not seen it, but I recommend you take a look at it if you haven't. It's a pretty good movie. So I really have to recommend it to those who have not seen it. Even if you're fans of Snoopy. And I'm pretty sure all Snoopy fans will really like this one. So, anyways, I guess I'm going to sit there and say right now that this is my opinion. If you don't like this special, that's fine too. That's your opinion. If you like it, that's pretty cool with me too. So I guess with that being the case and with that being said, what did you guys personally think of this special? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this special a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you happen to be brand new here on this channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.